incarcerated in a New York metropolitan prison, has compared himself to President-elect Donald Trump. And Diddy was accused of using social media to influence witnesses from prison. Tyrone Bowman live. Welcome to the program. According to Complex, let's talk about this story. Sean Diddy Combs is so desperate to come home for Thanksgiving that he compared himself to President-elect Donald Trump in a new strange court filing. Diddy's lawyers referenced Trump in an attempt to respond to counterclaims from prosecutors that the musical mogul tried to influence potential jurors in his sex trafficking case via online public relations. Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers quoted an appellate decision in President-elect Donald Trump's case for election interference, which asserted that under the First Amendment, defendants have broad free speech rights. In the filing, Diddy's team quoted, quote, only a significant and imminent threat to the administration of criminal justice will support restricting Mr. Trump's speech, quote, close quote. This means that according to the 8-page filing, Sean Diddy Combs, like President-elect Donald Trump and any other federal criminal defendants, should have more of a constitutional claim to criticize and speak out against the prosecution and the criminal trial process that seek to take away his liberty. Accordingly, the court should apply Trump's heightened standard when considering Mr. Combs' speech here. The filing additionally says, if Diddy remains incarcerated, he won't be having a grand feast like he's probably used to. According to a menu obtained from the Metropolitan Detention Center of Brooklyn, Sean Diddy Combs will receive a 4 p.m. dinner of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, potato chips, fruit, and whole bread. That's a lie. Now that right there is an outright lie. Listen to me, y'all. Sometimes the people who write articles try to embellish things. I was in prison, and I know for a certified fact that on Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, and Memorial Day, they don't just give them anything to eat, especially on Thanksgiving. So that part of this article is a lie. Some of you might not like me saying it. I really don't care, because when something is not right, I'm going to call it out for what it is. That part of the story is an outright lie. And for the record, just like Trump's constitutional First Amendment rights were protected endlessly, so should Diddy's the constitutional First Amendment rights be protected as well. He still is presumed to be innocent until he's found guilty. Just because somebody's black in this nation doesn't mean that they're guilty of committing a crime because someone accuses them of committing it. Now, granted, all the evidence that's stacked up against the entertainment pioneer, it's a lot. I'm not going to say they don't have evidence. They've confiscated a lot of things out of his mansions. But until he's actually found guilty, he's still presumed to be innocent. Let me ask you all a question in the comment section. How would you feel if you or some of your friends or some of your children were accused of crimes that you didn't believe that they committed, and they were totally eviscerated in the press? They were totally maligned and scolded and called every ungodly, filthy name under the sun simply because they're black, while protecting the constitutional rights of somebody that's white. You wouldn't like that, would you? See, some of you, you've never been to court. You've never been falsely accused. You've never had a mugshot. So don't give me that verbiage in the comment section, because I'll give it right back at you. I'm not one of these punk hosts. So get it straight and don't get it twisted. Now back to the article. Sean Diddy Combs previously requested bail 3 times, with his latest being on November 22nd. Combs and his legal team are requesting that the music mogul be placed on house arrest at a 3-bedroom apartment he owns on Manhattan's Upper East Side. One of Diddy's problems is getting bail stems from his infractions of the Bureau of Prisons telephone regulations and using unauthorized methods of communication, including text messages to a witness who allegedly took part in his freak-offs. Diddy has stopped using these methods of communication after legal reps asked him to quit. That's right, stay off the phone, man. Stop talking so darn much. If you happen to be watching my program, Diddy, stay off the damn phone. You should know that. You from New York. Stop talking so much. Let your lawyers do your talking for you before you verbally hang yourself, even before you get to trial. In response to the filing by Diddy's lawyers, the prosecutors wrote that Trump judges faced the unique task of balancing the right of a current candidate for the presidency to speak publicly about his charges against the public's right in a fair trial. Y'all can believe that crap if you want to. We already know why all the charges against President-elect Donald Trump has been dropped. We already know. We already know why he won the election. This we know. We're in for a long ride, but it should be a good one. Never surrender, never quit.